Everybody, this is Dr. Heather. I am just getting up the Zoom setup and Facebook Live. A little tricky here, so I want to make sure everybody's got good viewing here, so give me just a couple minutes. Hopefully you guys can jump on here. We still have about 2 minutes before we start, so I'm getting my Zoom link open.
Hey guys, welcome to our what time is it? Our noontime Zoom. We are going to start out.
Hey Janet, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Tara, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up, because I'm going via Zoom and Facebook Live. Just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Kim, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up, would be awesome.
You want to explore this conversation and how to optimize it in your community. So right now, it's 10:15, but just take 1 minute.
Thank you, Janet. We've got about 1 more minute to get started. Thank you, Kathy. So we wanted to share. So I'm listening to Abigail talk over here. So we're just going to do a strict keto, keto 101 with our ketones. Why would we drink them? And then I'm also going to be on the Facebook page on Prove It Live at 1 o'clock answering questions. So you can answer. We're just going to go live here. And then question-wise, we'll jump over to the Prove It Facebook page to help answer those. So I'm waiting for just Abigail to unmute me. So you guys can tag somebody down below if you know somebody who's maybe at work or traveling and needed this information. We're just going to run through just the basic info. And I'm waiting to be unmuted over here. So thank you guys for being patient. We are trying to double task this as I talk to Zoom and talk to you guys. So I'm waiting to add Abigail on here as well. So thanks. Hey Dave, good to see you. How is the weather down there? We're waiting just a couple minutes here. I know we're a couple minutes behind, but we're trying to be technologically savvy. So I'm trying to add Abigail. There she is.
All right, I'm gonna put my phone on mute there.
Yeah, because I can only see the volume thing over my face. I can't see my face, which may be better. I'll just hop around here.
Cool. All right, we'll get started here. Okay.
So I think we're good here on my side, and just unmute me.
Okay, good afternoon. Oh, hold on.
Hold on, guys. I think you have to use the phone.
Yep.
Thank you guys for being comfortable. Oh, there we go. Thank you guys for being patient.
I am just getting off here. I'm just gonna get off here. You do that. You can do the.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and get started up. Oh.
Okay, we're back. Sorry.
All right, so this is two people of different decades, a couple decades apart, still having technological difficulties. So it makes me feel better when someone who's 20 years younger than me still has issues, but I know what I'm ready to talk about. So I'm just going to go ahead and start if that's okay.
Hold on real quick. Let me start over the recording just a minute.
Hey, Trina, good to see you. April, good to see you. Stacy, good to see you. Stacia, sorry.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon. It is, I think it's Wednesday. Pretty sure it's Wednesday. And we are bringing you a live Ketone 101 with specialist, Dr. Heather Cardin. And we're going to start out with that, and then we're going to move into a Prover 101. So with that said, Dr. Heather, there are so many new things going on right now. I have, personally, I have people jumping on, catching up, saying, I need to know about all the new products, what's in the pipeline, what's to come, So I know you know all that, so I'm just going to let you take it away from here.
I'm still muted. Okay, well, thank you again for having me jump on here. Hello, everyone on the Zoom from around the globe. Hello, everyone on my Zoom from around the globe, whether it's US, Canada, Australia, Greater China. Super, super excited. Just returned from Boca Raton. We learned amazing things about what's happening and how we're leading the field with technology, but simply introduce myself. My name is Dr. Heather Carden. I am the co-owner of Carden Center for Wellness, celebrating my 20th year of practice. I'm also an independent promoter for Prove It, one of your Prove It specialists, so you'll find me in the Hacked Guide, so a little more details there. And also I'm a mom of 4, so I'm so excited about this conversation. I never thought this would happen in my lifetime of practice, that we would have a pure therapeutic exogenous ketone. What is a ketone if you're brand new? It's simply a byproduct of fatty acid metabolism. Actually, when babies are in utero, they're burning fat for fuel, which means they're in ketosis. As long as they're breastfed, they're in that state of ketosis. And ketosis simply means we're burning fat for fuel. If you're not eating a diet that's 80% fat, moderate protein, and probably less than 5 or 8% carbohydrates, you're probably burning sugar for fuel, which means you're going to have all the benefits of sugar and all the negative benefits of sugar. So we have 2 fuel options every single day we wake up that we can burn. We can either be a sugar burner or we can be a fat burner and be in that state of ketosis, which you can either measure through blood, through urine, or through breath. So what's exciting now is that now we can, I muted again, Abigail. Okay, so sorry, I was muted there for a minute. So we have 2 fuel sources. We can either eat a diet that's high in carbohydrates, which break down and make us burn glucose, which we were told to do from the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, or we can actually be on a ketogenic diet, which is a diet that is 80% fat, moderate protein, and low carbohydrate. I've been teaching this diet for decades. It's a very, very hard diet, but the benefits are amazing. So when you're in that state of ketosis, burning fat for fuel, having this strict diet, the ketogenic diet, you have better energy, which means you're getting more oxygen at the cellular level, more gasoline called ATP for our bodies. We also know that ketones reduce inflammation. We have studied ketones from the 1920s. This is not new data. It's been out there again since the 1920s. But right now, you are hearing that buzzword keto, ketones. We didn't even hear that 2 years ago. I was telling everybody what it was, and they still couldn't grab it. And now it was on Rachel Ray today, guys. She was talking about bit chips or whatever those things are called, and ketones, the ketogenic diet. So we are excited to share the conversation today that in order to be a fat burner, which you get better sleep, more oxygen at the cellular level, better cognition, better blood sugar balance, and all this stuff can be backed by science, which means we have the clinical data, we have the, not Prove It hasn't paid for those, but we can look at all the research that's been done globally over the last century. We know how ketones act in our body. We know they're neural signalers for the brain to the rest of our body. So why would we want to burn fat for fuel? Well, I'm just going to be the devil's advocate. We know sugar is a short-time fuel source. It definitely makes us happy and can also make us feel good because sugar makes our insulin level rise. It turns on our GABA or our feel-good hormone, and then it drops super quickly. So what happens is after 20 or 30 minutes, that's all the longer you get from your orange juice or your Fruit Loops or your bread or your chips or your Pop-Tarts or pasta, then you're hungry again. So if you're type 2 diabetic or type 1 diabetic, or maybe you're experiencing Alzheimer's, which is type 3 diabetic, you're always chasing the blood sugar game. We know fats actually burn fuel up to 4+ hours. So when you're fat burning, you don't have the yo-yoing because fats don't require insulin. So you don't have that yo-yoing of blood sugar. You don't have those mood shift and changes that comes from being a carbohydrate or being hangry, as some people say. We have a better often fuel source. We know that if there's been any damage to our brain at all, whether it's, you know, a kid taking a soccer header or a professional athlete or a baby fell down the stairs, we know that every time if you're being fed with sugar, we know that when our brain is damaged, that we impair the ability to uptake glucose, which means that it makes it harder for our brain to get more energy. That's why someone with a concussion is disoriented, can't remember like their locker number, where their keys are, because sugar doesn't provide the fuel. Ketones can bypass that and can actually reduce the inflammation, provide more oxygen at the cellular level, and maybe you have no brain damage, then you're going to get the benefits of better cognition, better sleep. What's exciting now is before 2015, I have to put people on a ketogenic diet. Not very compliant because 25 or less carbs is really hard, especially if you have cravings of sugar, especially if maybe you were missing an organ like a gallbladder or your pancreas or part of your intestines, or maybe you're super stressed out or you're on lots of medications that impaired your GI from letting you produce ketones. When your body's actually in ketosis or therapeutic ketosis, the liver has to go grab the fat, break it down and make ketones. If any player in digestion is out of balance, it makes it very difficult. Now, 2015, we actually can drink pure therapeutic exogenous ketones, put them right in anything. I'm actually drinking the amped version today. I've got my grape here to show you guys. You simply mix them with water, you drink it, and your body switches from a sugar burner into being in ketosis in less than 59 minutes. Before, if you try to transition over to a ketogenic diet, it could take days or weeks, or even just having your normal cycle could throw you out of ketosis. You know, not sleeping enough, or maybe you work the night shift and you just can't get in ketosis, or you're on pharmaceuticals that your doctor has prescribed which inhibit your digestive system from optimizing, maybe a history of liver damage, maybe a history of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, anything at all could throw you out of ketosis. We know that exogenous ketones are 100% water soluble. What that means is your body just uses what it needs and excretes what it doesn't need. So now you can choose to be on a vegan diet or a paleo diet or a low carb high fat diet, or maybe be a type 2 diabetic trying to just lower your carbohydrate intake. You drink the ketones in between. It takes away the cravings, it takes away the hunger, it adds more oxygen at the cellular level, and it makes that transition much easier. I'm not saying that everyone needs to be on a ketogenic diet, but I all know we need to reduce garbage or carbohydrates. We know that sugar is more addictive than cocaine. We all can live our life without cocaine, but we all need to eat every day. And what happens is the minute your taste bud tastes sweet, all those little brain neurotransmitters like, oh my gosh, here comes the goodies, here comes the sugar. We know that ketones actually reduce cravings at that signaling level. That's what's so exciting for me and why I've seen so many more people be compliant as we start to shift. And even thinking 2 years ago, you didn't see anything about keto or low carb. And now it's globally expanding, which is so exciting. I'm getting questions from all over the globe about what's exogenous ketones. You mean I don't have to run 6 miles and then shift into ketosis? I don't have to actually, you know, go on a fast for 2 or 3 days. Now we've got amazing opportunities. And I do want to just be super brief, because that really is what it is. Pick your energy source. Be a sugar burner or be a fat burner. Have amazing energy, better sleep, and ability to burn fat more efficiently, be thermogenic. Just think of your thyroid. I get this question all the time. It's the ignition for our body. If we're giving our body a better fuel source, it makes sense it's going to start and stop much easier. Think of that baby that goes to sleep when it's tired. It doesn't care if you're at the grocery store or if you're in the middle of your living room. It just goes to sleep when it's tired. It's burning fat for fuel. And then when the baby wakes up, it's all happy as long as its pants aren't messy. Wouldn't we all just want to wake up when we're done sleeping and go to bed when we're tired and feel super refreshed and be giggly and want to have all that 24/7? I know oftentimes I work with adults and they can't, or kids, they can't tell if they're hungry, or their friends are just driving through somewhere and they're all going to get like a smoothie or a shake or a frappuccino because we're all driving through. They're not hungry. They can't even identify if they're hungry or if they need food or what's deficient, because we've messed that whole system up either by driving through or trying to, you know, force other things, like we smell food and then we actually make that connection with, oh, that's grandma's apple pie, I better have a piece, when we're not even hungry. So the conversation's super, super simple. I love this. Ketones optimize your health. So ketones optimize your health. It's our native fuel source. We can choose to drink ketones any time of day to put our body in that state of ketosis. If you're using it to help with sleep, because we know that ketones reduce anxiety, then use the caffeine-free before bedtime. If you're nursing, if you're a child, use the caffeine-free with them also. You can mix it with anything. If you just want to be in ketosis right before your workout, maximize your workout, protect your lean muscle mass, add more oxygen, then drink it 30 or 40 minutes before your workout. And I'm going to do all the Q&As. So after we're done here, you guys can hop over to the Prove It page, which is facebook.com/justproveit. I'll let somebody drop that in the chat box and somebody actually drop it over here on Zoom. I'm going to do a live Q&A so you can answer all your questions. Super simple. Ketones are a native fuel source. We now have the option to drink them exogenously, which means outside the body. We can prove it with science by taking a blood test or a urine test or breathalyzer. More importantly, go over to the Facebook page and look at the experiences. We don't have to have the clinical data. We need just Rebecca to say, I feel amazing. We need Andrew to say, oh my gosh, I had an amazing day. I came home and had energy for my family. I had energy to just get that honeydew list done. I don't even know Andrew, but I can see his face. Or Nikki says, I remembered my whole grocery list. I had enough energy to come home and work out. I'm optimizing myself and being the best version of myself every single day that I can. And that's really what Prove It does. It leads forward from education first. That's why you're having the Keto 101 first. Abigail will share with you how you actually share this conversation and help other people feel better. I love that it's available to anybody. I love that it's available to anybody, womb to tomb. So now getting to Abigail's question. What is coming up? So for the past 30 months, we've had an amazing fuel source that helps us sleep better, gives us more energy, provides more oxygen, reduces inflammation, helps us burn fat. We also know that sleep is one of the most common components that people go to the doctor. And if someone has a tea, if they'll hold it up, that will be great. I've drank all mine, guys. So we have a Keto Calm Tea now. So helping our system optimize. You can add in a Keto Calm Tea, which has enough ketone bodies to put your body into a state of nutritional ketosis. Plus it has the other things like theanine and HICA, things that we need, 5-HTP, which breaks down to serotonin, things that we need to help our bodies rest and repair. We know that in the presence of darkness, our body will actually help make melatonin. However, some countries actually don't get enough. There's times of the year where there's sunlight all the time. This would be an amazing time for them to do that. Our people work swing shifts. Our people are on the computer with these funny lights all day long, all night long, and then try to tell their brain to shut down and go to sleep. It's really, really hard to happen. Now we have the Keto Calm Tea that you can use to help use your brain, calm it down, and get that sleep, because sleep is where we repair all of our hormone system. It's where we replace and reset our cortisol. It's kind of that reboot or resetting that our body does every single day. Think of that baby that wakes up feeling good. That's how we need to wake up. So if you wake up and your pillows are a mess and your sheets are a mess and your hair's a mess and you know you toss and turn and drank stuff, this is what Keto Calm is going to help with, because you'll actually age yourself if you're not sleeping enough. Adults need at least 7, not more than 9. And people who are sleep deprived have 60% more likely to have depression. So as we talk about mental health, sleep is a weapon. I said it all weekend long. It is that weapon that we've been missing. We've had the amazing energy source throughout the day. Now the Keto Calm is that weapon we can do. Moving forward, what's available now is we have what's called a Reboot Kit. We know that as females, our bodies actually cleanse every single month. Giving our birthing years, I should say. And as we age, that cycle slows down. We know the moon cycles every 28 days. We know that our liver actually detoxifies and cleans out every 28 days. Now we have a Reboot Kit. So it is not a fast, it is not a water fast, it is not a dry fast, it is not an intermittent fast, because we're putting calories in there. We're selecting where our calories come from. So it's available in the store now. It is not, everything is 20% off except for apparel and the Reboot Kit, and it will go down on Monday. So we all start February 11th. So we have bone broth, which has amazing components. Not only does it have the beta-hydroxybutyrate, it also has additional amino acids, the fermented leucine, plus a bunch of herbal minerals to help our body repair while we're letting it cleanse. Because just think, this is a whole pot of bone broth you can put in your body to help the protein that will be depleted while you're doing this. So it's very simple. Sunday night, you're going to have some Keto Calm. You're going to have some Signal OS. What is Signal OS? It's proprietary blend of cat's claw. What is cat's claw? It is a bark of a tree that has been known to help, and the studies show, helps stop aging. It reduces inflammation. It helps clear out cellular debris. It is super, super important, and the capsules will actually be at a therapeutic serving. I'm trying to find my piece of paper here that I've got here to show what the schedule looks like. But once you purchase the kit, you'll get a link to the Facebook page. You'll have all the information there that you need. Kathy got hers ordered. I know I ordered 12 because I know people are going to kick themselves, or maybe they're out of town and didn't have a chance to do it. So the Reboot Kit will include 3 of the Keto Calm Tea. It will include 4 of the broth, 4 of the ketones, and 10 of the Signal OS. And when you think about aging, that's where Signal OS at this therapeutic dose, 80 milligrams of cat's claw, combined with a whole other amazing benefits, potassium, hyaluronic acid. There's type 2 collagen peptides in there, which help our skin and ligaments stay nice and tight, yet flexible. There's L-leucine in there. There is There's a little bit of stevia for flavoring. It comes in amazing flavors, but as we add energy to our body, so most people fail because they don't have energy, we're going to drink the max. We're going to replace what's lost through the normal diuretic process or normal diuresis with the bone broth a couple times a day. My Signal OS is by my bed, guys. Sorry, I had some, but the Signal OS you'll take, again, it'll be a very, very clear. I'm going to hold it up here. A clear schedule that you will receive when to take it. Super simple. Start on Monday, end on Wednesday. Everybody can do that. And it's really close counts. It's going to help you get rid of those carbohydrate cravings. Again, think about how our body naturally resets every 28 days. I like to use the toothbrush. We all brush our teeth twice a day, but we go for that deep cleaning anywhere from 2 to 4 times a year. It's the same thing. We need to give our body rest. There's actually more nerves in our GI system than in our spine. So if we can give our body a break, the gallbladder a break, give the pancreas a break, give the stomach a break, just let the small intestine absorb the nutrients that are combined in all these products. And as we drink them throughout the day and we drink water, it reduces stress at the cellular level. The neurons in our stomach will actually have things. Then the Signal OS will keep the communication to our heart and to our liver. And amazing things can happen when you allow that time to reset. Most of us have fasted, whether for a colonoscopy or you had the flu. We've all done this before, but now we're doing it for a set reason. As a community, we're going to come with all the support, all the accountability. I'm going to help answer those technical medical questions. Again, just what it is. It's super simple. We're putting our body in a state of ketosis and back feeding or forefeeding with all the amazing nutrients we need, from chromium and zinc and potassium and hyaluronic acid, rooibos tea. There's lots of other things you guys probably can't pronounce, but what they do is help stabilize your blood sugar and help keep your telomeres, which actually start to shrink as we age, be as strong and as vital as they can. So for me, this vitality is about optimizing your hormones. It's about true vitality for our bodies, and we're going to offer this every single 28 days, just like the moon cycles, just like our body cycle, our liver, if you're a male or female, and our female cycle. It's going to put us back on that optimization where we can really find the best version of ourselves in 2018, and the new 50 is the new 30. So it's going to hack into that missing piece of our body. So we know what ketones do during the day. We're going to use the Keto Calm at night to feed our brain, reset the hormone, optimize that, get us into that delta and theta sleep so we can keep moving forward. So I think I've been talking mostly to the Zoom. So I just want to thank you guys for letting me be here. Again, don't overthink it. You want to get the kit. We're going to put you in a Facebook group. You're going to have leading coaches. Abigail's going to get to be one of the fitness experts. I know Rob DeBoer, Dustin Schaefer, and a couple other fitness experts are going to tell you it's not a time for a PR, but we're definitely going to help you getting a 7-minute or a native 8 movement going on. So it's not like you have to go get a gym membership this week. We're going to give you the outline. It's super simple. You don't have to plan meals. You just simply need a water bottle or a cup just to add water to it and drink it up. So that's what's down the pipeline. Abigail, you said what's coming up. I know that the Reboot Kit will be offered every Monday. You need to buy it now. The sale goes down on Monday, or it's unavailable in the store on Monday, because we want to make sure everybody has it on the 11th. We're doing it all together as a community, being accountable and being encouraging, which are the 2 most reasons people fail. Next to cravings, we're going to fix that with the ketones. So you're getting beta hydroxybutyrate, the ketone body, in the Keto Calm Tea, in the bone broth, and in the max, the AC11, the therapeutic doses signaling OS, and the AC11 is also in the Keto Calm and also in the bone broth. So we are feeding your body the whole entire time you're awake, and when you're sleeping, you're resting and repairing. So I am super, super pumped up for that. We also know that, and I'll let Abigail go over that, there's a 20% off sale that ends 11:59 Central Standard Time. So get your favorite flavor of ketones. I'm sorry, I better take the broth out of that. Your favorite flavor of ketones, and the broth will simply come in just a nice little package that you just can either have warm or cold. It's amazing, tastes amazing. So hopefully you guys were here. If you're actually at Epic, let us know what your favorite flavor of the broth was and what your favorite flavor of the tea was. I know the Keto Calm chocolate I love. I love this salted caramel broth, but you'll get a variety in all of that. So my thing is, set some goals for 2018. Maybe your goal is to be able to tie your shoes. Maybe your goal is to be able to walk, a 5K. Ketones will allow you to do that because it helps make a better version of yourself. All those excuses or reasons or obstacles, which is I'm too tired, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to eat, I can't figure it out because I'm so brain fogged and tired. Ketones remove all that once you start putting in your body. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes 180 days to make a new red blood cell. So if you start ketones today and putting them in your body today, you're feeding your body at that cellular level. And every day that you continue to do that, I know my body's definitely shifted over the last 2.5 years by drinking exogenous ketones and not having the perfect diet. So it's not about the perfect diet or counting macros. It's about helping your body go back to its native state, optimizing your health at the cellular level so you can learn when you're hungry. You can go to bed when you're tired. You wake up feeling refreshed. You can have moods that are pleasant throughout the day like that giggling baby and not be quick to go off or have that hangry stuff happen. So again, my name is Dr. Heather Carden. I am from Overland Park, Kansas, independent promoter from Prove It. And at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, you can jump over to the Prove It Facebook page. I'll be live answering all your Q&A. I want to thank everybody for hopping on today and being patient as Abigail and I got all of our technological stuff booted up. So you guys have a very, very blessed day and look forward to hearing your stories.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Heather. Guys,
hey, so Zoom people, thanks for jumping on. Hopefully that was super, super clear. I'm going to turn down Abigail here just a minute.
Because I want you to take 1 minute.
Anyway, I can't get Abigail to mute, but just want to thank you guys for jumping on. If you have more questions, jump over to the Prove It Facebook page. Ask questions down here. I know Selena can help answer questions. London can help answer questions. Kathy, I know there's lots of other people who can help answer questions. Do get the Reboot Kit. You don't have to think it. You don't have to cook it. You don't have to figure out how to make bone broth, especially if people don't like to figure with bones. I know that's a lot of things people don't want to cook chicken feet or cook oxtail, but that's how we make ours, or bison bones, things like that. You can buy it reconstituted. Again, if you're traveling, just take it on the go. It will be available every month, but it will be out of the store by Monday, so everybody can have the chance to do it together, and then you can set it up for next month. But if you've got someone else in your house, it's going to be safe for anyone over the age of 18 as long as you're not pregnant or nursing or on any significant medical condition like dialysis or going through chemo treatment, things like that. Always check with your healthcare provider, even being a type 1 diabetic. Yeah. So I'm actually just going to check out and say, guys, thanks for joining us and have an amazing day.